Hello, welcome to the Wildcat Insider, your source for stories from grades 7, 8, and 9.
Miss Welty's 7th grade students recently completed a Spanish culture project. They used Google Expedition to explore landmarks in Spanish-speaking countries and researched a famous landmark. Then the students constructed the famous landmarks, displayed them in the library, and voted for their favorite project.
So as part of a culture unit in my 7th grade classes, we explored various landmarks of Spanish-speaking countries using the Google Expedition viewers. Next, in groups, each group chose one famous landmark to research and wrote a paper about it. After that, each group constructed a 3D model of the landmark that they researched. Took about a few days to a week. And then after that, all of the models were on display in the library, so anybody who passed by in the whole school could vote.
So we were supposed to make a famous Spanish landmark, and we chose to make Machu Picchu.
Our project is about the Iguazu Falls.
Our project is about Chichen Itza.
We learned that after the Mayans fell to the Spaniards, the Spaniards never really found Machu Picchu.
The waterfall is bigger than Niagara Falls.
We learned that Chichen Itza was a city and it was built by the Mayans, and that the main pyramid was one of the 7 wonders of the world.
It took us about a week to research and build the project. We used paper mache to mainly make it.
It took us about 2 days to research and write the essay, and then it took us about a day to make the project with the help of Rowan's mom.
It took us about 3 days to write the essay and 1 day to make the model, and we just looked off pictures and stuff to make it.
Well, since we wanted to do Machu Picchu and it's on top of a plateau, we decided we were going to do paper mache since you can use that to make like volcanoes.
It sounded cool.
So we thought it'd be a good idea to make it out of marshmallows because it was very creative.
Congratulations to the Wildcat Rise winners.
The PSSAs begin April 10th. Here are some tips and the code of conduct for test takers.
The PSSAs, also known as the Pennsylvania School State Assessment, are administered every year to students in grades 3 through 8. Pennsylvania students in grades 3 through 8 take the English, Language Arts, and Mathematics tests, while students in grades 4 and 8 take the Science test. The PSSA dates for the junior high are April 10th through 12th for the ELA test, April 17th through 18th for Mathematics test, and April 24th for the Science test. Makeups are scheduled for the week of April 30th through May 4th. Here are some do's and don'ts taken from the Code of Conduct for test takers. Do listen to, read, and follow all directions given. Ask questions if you do not understand the directions. Read each question carefully, especially multiple choice items that ask for the best answer. Also be sure to read any open-ended items and written prompts carefully before responding. Be careful when marking your answers so that you do not skip spaces or fill in the wrong sections. Make sure to completely fill in the bubble for the answers you select and erase completely any answers you change. Keep your eyes on your own tests. Try to answer each test item. Check that you have completed all the test items in the test section before closing your test booklet or submitting your final responses online. Report any suspected cheating to your teacher or principal. Here are some do nots. Do not have notes in your possession during the test. Don't have any unapproved electronic devices, for example, cell phones, smartphones, or smartwatches in your possession during the test. Note, you may have approved calculators if applicable during the test. Do not share a calculator with others. Do not use the bubbles in the answer booklet to either eliminate possible incorrect answers or possible correct answers by making marks in multiple bubbles and erasing. Mark only the bubble for the correct answers you have chosen. Do not talk with others about questions on the test during or after the test. Do not take notes about the test to share with others. Do not leave an online test session until the session is complete or until instructed to do so. Do not use social media to post information about the test and/or test items. Don't forget to get good sleep on the night before testing days and eat a good breakfast the day of. Good luck!
French students recently had a chance to visit the Frick Museum and eat at the melting pot to explore some French culture.
The French students got the chance to go and visit the Frick Museum. They got to look at artwork that hasn't been seen for 100 years. After their museum trip, they got to go to the melting pot. They got to try a 3-course meal including a fondue dish, a meat dish, and a chocolate dish.
We will be back after this commercial break.
In today's Cat Chat, Zach Gaitis and Lindsay Hollick asked students and staff about their dream car.
Lamborghini,
because we like the style of it.
and we like how fast it is.
I want a matte black Jeep Wrangler.
Although I have many, my ultimate dream car would be a 1968 Mustang GT 2+2 Fastback in Highland Green, which was used in the movie Bullet with Steve McQueen.
My dream car is the Tesla Roadster because it's the fastest car in the world.
I want a neon yellow convertible with 3 rows in it and you can drive it on the water.
Our dream car is the Mustang because it goes fast.
My dream car has not been invented yet. It's called the Teacher Tech Car. I'm working on it. It is a car where you have to put in latitude, longitude, takes you wherever you need to go, and I can grade papers, put them into the computer, into the e-school system. It should be white though, I like white.
My dream car is an Audi A7 because I like how sleek it is.
Last episode, Mr. Fenton challenged Mrs. Mallory and Mr. Wilkins to Truth or Dare. Here are the options for the student vote.
Welcome back to Truth or Dare. Last episode, not only did we get a sweet treat, but so did Mr. Fenton. In the face.
Mr. Fenton in the face with a pie. Where are my towels? I said get me towels.
He also nominated Mr. Wilkins and Mrs. Mallory. And your truth choices are worst fear, guilty pleasure, and least favorite school subject. And your dare choices are wear a wig for Mr. Wilkins, curlers all day for Mrs. Mallory, ice bucket challenge, and karaoke, their song of choice. To vote for your truth and dare, go to the GLST Junior High webpage and click on the daily announcements link. Votes can be cast to the Junior High webpage announcements until 11 p.m. April 3rd.
We now go to Sarah Thompson and Alexis Coletti with today's burning question.
There is one hole in this straw.
One.
I think 2.
422.
According to my calculations, -3.
Technically 2.
A straw has 7 holes.
See?
3. 2. Just 1.
1 hole.
1 hole.
2 holes?
I'm gonna say 1 hole.
0.
2.
Salutations. According to Corey's brain, how many holes are in a straw, man? There are 2. 1.
As we get ready to enjoy a nice vacation from school, Sydney Saper and Emily McKeel ask students how they plan to spend their spring break.
We're gonna go home, eat chocolate, and binge watch our favorite shows.
My plan for spring vacation is to get some Fortnite dubs.
And me too.
I'm going to Alaska.
I'm going to Hawaii.
I'm going on vacation.
I'm going to the Bahamas.
I have soccer.
I'm playing baseball.
I plan to play baseball. I have no plans whatsoever.
I don't have any plans.
You may also have time to check out a movie over break. Tyler Campbell and Lauren Jones have some suggestions.
After the death of his father, T'Challa returns home to the African nation of Wakanda to take his rightful place as king. When a powerful enemy suddenly reappears, T'Challa's mettle as king, and as Black Panther, gets tested when he's drawn to a conflict that puts the fate of Wakanda and the entire world at risk. Jumanji. 4 high school kids discover an old video game console and are drawn into the game's jungle setting.
Jake Pentecost, son of Stacker Pentecost, reunites with Maiko Mori to lead a new generation of Jaeger pilots, including rival Lambert and 15-year-old hacker Amira.
You may also have time to make a fun Easter-themed treat. Here are Conchetta Constantine and Aggie Lee with an idea for you.
How to make a bunny butt panuka. You need Oreos, chocolate pudding, sprinkles, and mini marshmallows. You will sprinkle Oreo bits over the pudding. Use the Oreo that is covered with icing, smash the marshmallows, and then add sprinkles. Enjoy, and have a great spring break.
The Easter holiday is a great chance to spend time with family and friends and continue holiday traditions. We asked students about some of their favorites.
My favorite family tradition is going to my grandma's and eating.
My favorite Easter memory is going on the egg hunt.
My favorite Easter memory is eating food.
My favorite Easter tradition is the Easter egg hunt.
My favorite Easter tradition is dyeing eggs.
My favorite Easter tradition or memory is eating food.
Our favorite Easter memory is dyeing eggs.
Easter egg hunts.
I like to paint eggs.
I like egg hunting.
As the weather changes, so does the fashion. Lauren Jones took to the halls to highlight some student trends.
Next up, we have an Easter egg surprise challenge.
When I met the Easter Bunny.
Most awkward Easter memory is when my little sister wanted to take off the head of the Easter Bunny at the mall.
This is either chocolate pudding or canned dog food. It's the canned dog food.
We end our show with some highlights from Mr. Snyder's annual Peep Show.
The Peep Show is a fun activity done by Mr. Snyder's students. For the project, they create a historical scene that they have discussed during class using the candy Peeps.
Thanks for tuning in to this edition of Wildcat Insider. We will see you on April 13th. Have a wonderful spring break.